Welcome to another episode of the Pierce Brothers. I'm Joe, and today we're going to be looking at my Daniel Defense Mk12 SPR. I've got it fairly simple. Here's the setup, but we're going to be putting a sound mitigation buffer in it from Armaspec. I'm doing this to help reduce muzzle rise and muzzle flip, because this gun I'll be shooting a lot from a rest, and I want it to be as smooth as possible for those long range shots, so I can stay on target and see the target, see where I'm hitting. Not that it's a rough shooting gun to begin with, but I put one of these in my BCM, my Bravo company, and it helped with muzzle rise a lot. So I wanted to put one in this. I'm going with one size heavier. So on the back here, you'll see there are different weights that they make. The standard buffer in the Mk12 is the just the regular H, the 3.8 ounce. So I went one step heavier to the H2. So we'll see how it functions. First of all, I'll shoot a whole mag through it. And then we're going to lay down on the mat and shoot a steel target at about 150 yards. So we just really want to test and see if it functions first, and then how much it reduces that muzzle rise when I'm shooting at distance. For actual review video, we're going to have one out on this here soon. We'll talk about this more in that video. But we're going to do a long range video with this and go out to 700-800 yards and see how accurate we can be. So watch for that coming out in the next couple of weeks. But let's go ahead and put this new buffer in it, and we'll see how it shoots. We're going to make sure she's clear first, and then we'll pop our spring out. You don't have to do anything with your charging handle or anything to get your buffer tube out. Just going to push back a little bit, push that little knob down, and out it comes. So as you can see, like I said, this is a regular H buffer. So I'm curious to see if this slightly heavier one will function. But the whole point of this sound mitigation buffer is to let this slide and keep it on this point here, so that you don't have the spring and the buffer rattling around in your buffer tube. So it should help with overall sound mitigation, but also reduce muzzle rise, because that, because it's smoother back here in the buffer. So just slide it on in. If I can get this little pin to cooperate. All right, there we go. We got her in. We just had to get the firing pin out of the way there, or the hammer. So we will go ahead and put a mag through it, see how functionality is, and then we'll move into some rested with the bipod shooting. So, all right, we'll do basic functionality first, put a full mag through it, and then we'll move on and do, and then what I've got on here, all I've got is a Magpool bipod, and then I've got a little Vortex Venom red dot, and then I've got a Sig Sauer Tango MSR 1 to 10. All right, functionality was good. Muzzle rise, like I thought, would be reduced. Felt nice and smooth. So now we're going to go ahead and put a mag through it, prone with the bipod, and see how well I can stay on target. I got the scope on full magnification just so I can see, can I still see my entire target picture with the recoil. So let's go ahead and test her out. All right, muzzle flip and that was great. I was able to see right on target at a 10 power magnification the whole time. So that definitely helped a lot. Before it'd be, it was enough recoil and muzzle rise that you'd lose sight of your picture for a sec. But that, I mean, I was able to stay right on the entire time. So, all right. So overall, yeah, I think those are definitely worth the money. They're about $60 new. So they're available at most gun stores and then online, of course, at Armaspec. I'll throw the link down in the description. But overall, very pleased with them in both guns I put them in so far. So if you're wanting to reduce muzzle flip and be able to stay on target better, then the Armaspec Sound Mitigation Buffer is probably a good choice. It's a cheap, affordable aftermarket part you can do. And thank you for watching this episode of the Pierce Brothers. We'll see you next time.